Welcome back. We explore the most gripping and mysterious stories from the world of true crime. In today's episode, we journey into the heart of 5 such cases, each leaving an indelible mark on the world stage. From the sunny streets of Los Angeles to the quiet suburbs of Boulder, Colorado, we'll uncover the details, examine the evidence, and confront the darkness that can lie hidden beneath the surface of everyday life. Let's dive in. Our first story takes us back to 1994, to Los Angeles, a place often associated with glamour and the silver screen. It was here that Orenthal James Simpson, better known as O.J., a celebrated football hero and Hollywood personality, found himself at the epicenter of a real-life drama. On June 12th, the unthinkable happened. Nicole Brown Simpson, O.J.'s former wife, and her friend Ronald Goldman were found brutally murdered outside Nicole's Brentwood condominium. The news reverberated throughout the nation, the sheer brutality of the crime a stark contrast to the seemingly charmed life O.J. had led. As investigators pieced together the evidence, a narrative began to emerge, pointing towards O.J. as the prime suspect. The world watched, captivated, as this once beloved sports icon was transformed into the central figure in a murder investigation. The trial that followed, often dubbed the trial of the century, was a media spectacle. Cameras crowded the courtroom, broadcasting every twist and turn of the legal battle. The prosecution presented a compelling case, highlighting a history of domestic abuse and presenting DNA evidence linking O.J. to the crime scene. The defense, however, mounted a formidable counter-offensive, skillfully introducing the element of racial tension, particularly within the Los Angeles Police Department. They argued that the evidence had been mishandled, even planted, motivated by racial bias against O.J. One of the most enduring images from the trial remains the infamous glove demonstration. The prosecution asked O.J. to try on a pair of gloves, one found at the crime scene and one found at O.J.'s residence. The gloves, seemingly too tight, became a focal point of the defense's strategy, with Johnny Cochran, O.J.'s lead attorney, delivering the now iconic line, "If it doesn't fit, you must acquit." After months of intense scrutiny and legal maneuvering, the jury delivered a verdict that sent shockwaves across the nation: not guilty. Our next journey takes us to Milwaukee, Wisconsin, a city known for its friendly atmosphere and blue-collar roots. But in the shadows of this seemingly ordinary city lurked a predator whose depravity would shake the community to its core. Jeffrey Lionel Dahmer, a name synonymous with evil, was an unassuming figure who blended into the background. Dahmer's crimes, a horrifying cocktail of murder, necrophilia, dismemberment and cannibalism, were as shocking as they were difficult to comprehend. He preyed on young men, often luring them back to his apartment with promises of companionship or alcohol. Once inside, his victims were trapped, subjected to unspeakable horrors before their lives were brutally cut short. Dahmer's apartment became a macabre testament to his gruesome acts. When police finally gained access to the apartment, they uncovered a scene that would forever be etched in the annals of criminal history. Body parts were found stored in freezers, skulls kept as grisly trophies, and photographs documenting his heinous acts painted a horrifying picture of Dahmer's descent into madness. Perhaps most disturbing was Dahmer's own account of his crimes. He spoke with a chilling detachment, describing his actions in meticulous detail. The case sent shockwaves through Milwaukee and beyond, leaving a community grappling with the knowledge that such evil had resided in their midst. Dahmer's trial was a media sensation, with the world transfixed by the gruesome details of his crimes. He was ultimately sentenced to 15 consecutive life terms, ensuring that he would spend the rest of his days behind bars. Chapter 3. JonBenét, a Christmas tragedy in Boulder. Our journey now takes us to Boulder, Colorado, a place known for its natural beauty and peaceful atmosphere. But on December 26, 1996, a darkness descended upon this tranquil community. JonBenét Ramsey, a radiant 6-year-old beauty queen, was found dead in the basement of her family home, the victim of a brutal and senseless crime. The discovery of JonBenét's body sent shockwaves through Boulder and beyond. JonBenét's mother, Patsy Ramsey, had called the police earlier that morning, frantically reporting her daughter missing and claiming to have found a ransom note demanding $118,000. The note, unusually long and seemingly staged, immediately raised red flags with investigators. As police descended upon the Ramsey residence, they were met with a scene that seemed to defy logic. JonBenét's body was found in the basement, concealed in a rarely used room, a nylon cord tied around her neck and duct tape covering her mouth. The cause of death was determined to be asphyxiation and a skull fracture. The investigation into JonBenét's murder quickly became a media frenzy. Suspicion initially fell upon JonBenét's parents, John and Patsy Ramsey. Despite intense scrutiny and years of investigation, no charges were ever filed against the Ramseys, and they maintained their innocence until their deaths. The lack of a clear suspect and the botched investigation allowed the case to grow cold, leaving JonBenét's murder an unsolved mystery. Chapter 4. Vanished: The Disappearance of Madeleine McCann. Our pursuit of answers now takes us across the Atlantic to Praia da Luz, a picturesque resort town in Portugal. It was here, in May of 2007, that a family vacation took a tragic turn. Madeleine McCann, a bright and bubbly 3-year-old girl, vanished without a trace from her family's holiday apartment. Madeleine's disappearance sent shockwaves across the globe, capturing the attention of millions and sparking one of the largest missing person investigations in history. The circumstances surrounding her disappearance were as baffling as they were heart-wrenching. Madeleine, along with her younger twin siblings, had been left sleeping in the family's ground-floor apartment, while her parents, Kate and Jerry McCann, dined with friends at a nearby restaurant. The McCanns, along with their friends, had reportedly checked on the children periodically throughout the evening, only to discover Madeleine missing during one of these checks. The fact that she vanished from her bed, seemingly abducted from a secure apartment while her siblings slept undisturbed, fueled fears that a predator was at large. Despite the massive search effort and the international attention, no concrete leads emerged, and Madeleine's whereabouts remained a mystery. Despite years of investigation and numerous leads, no charges were ever filed against the McCanns, and they have consistently maintained their innocence. Chapter 5. The Shadow of the Zodiac Terror in the Bay Area. Our final journey takes us to San Francisco, a city known for its iconic bridge and a chilling chapter in its history. In the late 1960s and early 1970s, a shadowy figure known as the Zodiac Killer terrorized the Bay Area, claiming at least 5 victims. The Zodiac craved notoriety, taunting police and media with cryptic letters signed with a crosshair symbol. These letters, filled with bizarre ciphers, became his macabre calling card. The Zodiac's terror began in December 1968 with the murders of David Faraday and Betty Lou Jensen. Despite law enforcement efforts, the Zodiac Killer was never apprehended. The Zodiac's identity remains one of the most enduring mysteries in criminal history. Outro: Unanswered Questions, Enduring Mysteries. These 5 cases represent some of the most chilling and impactful moments in true crime history. They serve as stark reminders of the fragility of life and the complexities of the human psyche. The O.J. Simpson trial exposed the fault lines of race and justice in America, while the horrors inflicted by Jeffrey Dahmer left an enduring scar on Milwaukee. The JonBenét Ramsey case continues to spark debate. If you found this exploration of true crime intriguing, don't forget to like this video, subscribe to our channel, and hit the notification bell. Let us know in the comments which case you found most fascinating and why. Until next time, stay curious, stay informed, and stay safe.